Welcome to another episode of Off the Court with the APP. I'm your host, Deborah Lew. It is a beautiful day here in Chicago, Illinois, so come join me. We're going to play tourist with Megan Fudge. So Chicago is not only the home of the APP, but Illinois specifically was your very first home in the United States, right? Where are you from and how did you end up here?
Yeah, I'm actually originally from Germany. A lot of people get that confused because of my accent. But no, I was born and raised in Germany. I went to England to boarding school. My mom is from London, so I also had that British accent when I was growing up. And then I got recruited from England to the United States to play college tennis at the University of Illinois. And Chicago was the first ever city that I went to in America. Like, I have like lists that I want to, things to see, I want to see in different cities. And the bean's been on my list for like way too long and I haven't checked that off at all.
Well, I'm so happy we can help you with that today.
Yeah, when you asked me like, what would you want to do? What would you want to do in Chicago? I was like, the bean is all the way up there.
So you mentioned it's at the top of your list. I know you love to tour and I'm so excited that you take advantage of this pickleball traveling life. What have been your top things?
Honestly, it's been this incredible journey from like Dubai with the Burj Khalifa to the Great Wall of China to the Arabian Sea to Telford, England to Cayman Islands. It was like, how do I do top 3 or top 5 or top 10? If you told me 3 years ago that this is what I was going to be doing, I would be like laughing. I would be like, okay, sure, keep dreaming.
And I know that your kids make their cameos on your social media quite frequently and they're traveling the world with you too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they are appreciating this and taking it all in quite like you are?
I would say they have no idea how special their life has been.
That's fair.
And I mean, I think that's most children. When we were getting back from China last year and we were flying into Michigan for the next tournament, they're like, Mom, like, do they speak English here? And I get it, you know, it was a lot of journey. We went from India to China to Michigan to Chicago. Like, it was a lot at once, and I hope they remember most of it.
Fans actually can follow along on your journey because you are quite the social media influencer.
Story with Intersport, they flew me into Chicago 3 years ago, and they're like, Megan, like, we need you to do more on social media. You have like 1,000 followers, and I think people would like to know what you're doing and like how you do it. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, what is this, the APP? They were like, well, we'd love to help you. Let's give you a little bit of homework. Like, we'll get you like introduced to social media. And that's kind of where the experience started. And I saw it as a challenge. I understood why that was my assignment, why that's so important part of my journey, because people want to know what's going on. And I feel like I'm just a vessel to share the good news and share this experience and hopefully create pathways for other pickleball players to come.
So when you're not on the pickleball court or in the RV, what are you doing?
I am discovering new places. I don't know, I'm fascinated by travel and by cities and by cultures. And so I'm intrigued by that. Why is that a symbol for Chicago, and why has it become like that? You know, that's interesting to me because a lot of people obviously had put thought into this, right. And that intrigues me. So I want to know more about it.
Wonderful. We look forward to following the rest of your travel journeys.
Yes. Well, now with the big announcement for the APP, the travels will continue, even more so, I think.
Well, we look forward to seeing all of that on social media.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
That does it for this episode of Off the Court with the APP featuring Megan Fudge. For the APP, I'm Deborah Lew, and now that I've worked up an appetite, I have a date with some deep dish pizza.